Let's go. So we're walking up one of the trails that we cut. Right there's some weed eater string. And I'm gonna hike up in here somewhere and find a good spot to do some testing on my prototype knife, the Búho Torcido, or the Crooked Owl, and I will film that and let you know how that goes. This way. Good girl. Alright, so here we are. I hiked up the hill with my gear to the mighty oak tree, which is right there. Monster oak. Beautiful tree. Anyway, so this is my old campsite. Should be able to just flip this shit over. As you see, there's been a dead tree here. Yeah, look at that. See, this is how you keep a dry spot in the woods. Is you put a big piece of ground covering tarp, and this is real thick tarp, probably like 2 millimeters thick. So we can film here, and we'll cut up some of that dead tree, and we'll baton it and do some testing here. All right, gang, we've got the Crooked Owl, Búho Torcido, which that will be the name. I keep saying both versions because I'm an English speaker and probably the majority of my audience is. So Búho Torcido means Crooked Owl. Start by batoning it through this real knotty piece. It did not like that knot. I couldn't get it drove. And it's not the knife's fault, it's really tough wood. I could only drive that sumbitch down to there. And I'm putting it, that was a fork that I cut off flush. So that's real knotty and gnarled wood inside there. So I'm going to try to baton it from the other end. This is a fresh edge that I put on this. I made sure it was very sharp before I brought it out to test it. So now, as you can see, we're hitting the other end of it before I went in up in here. And I mean to tell you, this is some tough shit here. Dude, that thing was bent in all sorts of different ways just now. Still straight. Edge is still sharp. It doesn't like it at all. There we go. Brute force and ignorance. But see, that's a knot. There's knots all through that. Plus that's the split in the branch. Do it again. So I'm going to do a tip test. Tip is still straight. So it still feather sticks. I'm not the greatest at feather sticking. The reason I'm doing this portion and not just chopping like crazy is because my hand's right here. I don't want to overswing and hit into my hand. And you still run a chance of skipping that off and hitting your hand, so you got to be very careful. Clean them off. And still good to go. It's not the greatest chopper because that's not what I really wanted it to be, but I wanted it to be able to chop for its size. This is not to show off bushcrafting skills. This is to see how far I can put. Now I'm going to do some chest lever cuts. Alright gang, I think that's going to do my testing for today. I beat the crap out of this thing pretty hard, especially when I was trying to baton it through that knot. I thought for sure the tip would bend. I honestly did. And it did not. This is 1075 high carbon steel, and I'm glad my handle is not loose at all. So I have confidence in my handle pinning ability. Nothing is loose, nothing is bent, nothing is broken. There's no breakouts on the edge. I don't know if you can see, but those are my arm hairs. Still shaving sharp.